what's the key? What are we trying to do? Wake up all our teammates' advantage, take care of the ball. Ball security, let's not give it up. Been really good with it.
Okay, a big welcome to all our avid viewers. We're here to preview round 4 of Gippsland League. On my right, we've got a special guest here in Mitch Marino, but better known as the Big Cat.
How you going, mate? How are you?
Good. On my left here is Keith Anderson, and on the end we've got Wade Choco Presley, the president of the Morwell Footy Club.
How we going?
Good on you, mate. Okay, just a very quick review of round 3, Keith. We had Morwell Moe on the Anzac Day, huge crowd there, but the game didn't live up to what we'd hoped it would, in terms of a contest.
Yeah, Morwell proved much too good. Kept their winning run going. They've won 3 out of 3. They've yet to face the finalists from last year, so yeah, they're obviously looking good, but yeah, halfway mark of the season I think will be the test for everyone, where they're at. There were a couple of one-sided games. Druin and Bairnsdale again was all Bairnsdale in that game. Interesting games for Sale Wonthaggi. Wonthaggi really pushed Sale. Leongatha didn't really come up against Maffra, though I think they weren't all that far off the pace, and Traralgon got its first win of the year quite comprehensively against Warragul. So it's interesting. I think this week's round's got a couple of great games.
Yeah, no, interesting. Like Traralgon, they had Ryan Murphy come back for a one-off game, and he's kicked 7, and obviously helped them there. So there'll be a different side this week without him. But anyway, we'll go into round 4, and the first game we have is Druin hosting Maffra.
Yeah, well, that's good, and I hope Druin do a really good job of hosting this game. I don't think they're going to threaten Maffra too much on the ground. Druin's a bit short on talent, size, and whatever this year. They'll go in and play with plenty of spirit, but Maffra's just a bit too good, bit too much quality for Druin at this stage.
Okay, Choco, you got any comment there on that game?
Oh, look, form probably suggests Maffra, but as we all know, Druin are a few goals better side down at Druin. They love their ground, and yeah, look, I think Maffra will get the points, but it won't be as one-sided as everyone thinks.
Okay, Kat, what do you reckon?
Anything can happen at Druin, and there's one thing for sure, it'll be raining there, I can guarantee that.
Okay, well, while we got you, because we've got you on here as well as a special netball guest, we've got Druin playing Maffra, of course, with the netball. So who's your big tip there?
It's going to have to be Druin, I think, this week.
Okay, well, it could be a bit closer, although there's a bit of difference. There's only one game apart, of course, after round 3, but you're going for the Druin girls?
Yeah, I'm going to have to say Druin. They're a strong side.
They're a strong side. Okay, we'll go to the next match, which is Traralgon Moe.
Again, this one looks a pretty clear-cut result in Traralgon's favour. Moe, yeah, like Druin, having their struggles, and Traralgon, I think, are just starting to get the act together. They won't have Murphy this week, but I think they hold too much for Moe.
Choco.
Yeah, look, Traralgon have still got a few big guns in their side. Dan McKenna, I'm sure, will be in for a bag. Moe, a few injuries doesn't help, but they have got some good under-16 players that hopefully might get a chance to play senior footy.
Yeah, no, Moe is coming along, but yeah, it's going to be a long season for him. But yeah, I'd suggest that Traralgon will have an easy win here.
Well, with Murph going back to Perth, I just can't see, still can't see Moe getting over, so I'm going to have to say Traralgon, unfortunately. Okay,
well, we'll ask you again about the netball, because there's been a big improvement at Moe with the netball.
Moe with an A grade this year. Who knows? I hope they can get one on the board. It'll be good to see.
So who's your big tip? Like Traralgon is...
I have to say Traralgon, unfortunately. I hate saying it, but it's what's going on.
Okay, so we'll move on to the next one, which we'll go Sale Warragul. We'll get that one out of the way first.
Yeah, again, this looks a pretty clear-cut result. Warragul, a bit disappointing last week against Traralgon that they got out of the game early and weren't able to stay in it long enough to perhaps issue a challenge. When they played more, and the guys with us probably have a better idea. I think they played pretty well against ball and could have broken away to a bit of lead. Perhaps their inexperience telling. I did go through their senior lists this week, and the number of guys 20 years or younger has got to represent half Warrigal's side.
Yeah.
They're all good players, and they all play well at times, and even have a really good game in a particular game. But it's a matter of them all, coming through in a particular game together, because they've got some good senior players around them now. And I think Sale will be too good at home, but Warrigal's improving, and as the year goes on, we'll threaten a lot of what are regarded as the better sides.
Well, last week when we had our tipping, I think all four of us went for Warrigal to cause an upset, so we were all way out.
We didn't know Ryan Murphy was playing at that stage. So.
Okay, Choco.
Yeah, look, I think, we played Warrigal a couple of weeks ago, and I really think that they'll cause a few upsets throughout the year. They have got some good young kids, well coached. Got some good players. Good to see Matt Gray back playing in the ruck, and as well as Collison and Drew and a few of those guys. They've got some good players there. But Sale, I think they're a bit undermanned from all reports at Wonthaggi, and still got over the line. They just know how to win, so I reckon they'll get the points.
Okay.
Well, I just can't see Sale losing, so I'm going to have to just say it right there. I think Sale's got this pretty wrapped up pretty quick.
And into the netball, unfortunately, it's first playing 10th, so...
Same again.
Same
Just
again.
can't see Sale losing.
Very strong netball side as well, so they've got everything going for them there. Okay, we'll go on to... We'll do the night match first, which is Leongatha hosting Wonthaggi, which is a local derby match, so that should be a pretty tough game. I think, two rival clubs that like having a good whack, and I mean that figuratively speaking. Keith.
Yeah, well, this is a really big game for both clubs. Round 4, they've got one win each to this stage. They've been about in their 2 losses against good sides. They've both played good opposition. Morwell first up in round 1 for Wonthaggi, then Sale last week, interspersed with a good away win at Terrelgan. Leongatha have travelled to Bairnsdale first up and won. Then have struck Sale and Maffra. And, haven't been taken to the cleaners or anything like that. They've been right in the game. So it's a real toss-up, this game. Leongatha's home ground, lights, always difficult ground, Leongatha. Not that Wonthaggi haven't won there before, but it's always difficult. I tend to lean a bit to Leongatha, but I don't do it with massive enthusiasm. But they look as if they might get it together a bit. They've had a couple of good recruits this year. They've lost a few, but they seem to have come up not far off last year's mark.
Okay, Choco.
Yeah, look, it's hard to get a gauge. I guess we haven't played Leongatha yet, and their results are sort of up and down. They're kicking a few goals, and then the next week they're not. So it's hard to get a bit of a gauge whether all their recruits will play as well. Don't know the story there on all of them. Wonthaggi, we've played them round 1, and they were pretty impressive. They're similar to Warrigal. I guess they'll call some upsets. I actually think Wonthaggi might get the points.
Okay. The Cat.
The Derby, anything can happen there. So, under lights, local team versus local team, could go either way. I reckon I'm going to sit on the fence for this
You're going
one.
to sit on the fence?
I'll sit on the fence, I reckon.
Okay. Tipping a draw then, maybe?
Could be.
Could be.
Could be a good game, the local Derby.
Okay, well, we'll get you to just very quickly on the netball there. Wonthaggi, they're not travelling that well. Leongatha's won a couple, so yeah, that should be interesting. But
if we're going on stats, I reckon Leongatha will win, having their home indoor court. So I think Leongatha's going to get up in the netball.
You reckon that's an advantage?
Definitely an advantage.
It is. Okay, no worries. All right. we go to the last game, which is obviously the Morwell versus Bairnsdale, and this is, you've got Tarkin Lockyer. And look, we've had to drag the big cat off the field, actually, that's why he's in the gear, so to help us out here. But you were out there training with Tarkin?
Yeah, out there training the house down, man, Tarkin. Yeah, he's not a bad guy. He's brought a few new things to the club and he speaks pretty well, so...
Is he moving as well as what you'd expect?
He still looks pretty fit, yeah. For an older guy, he's doing all right.
Okay, well, Keith, what's your tip here?
Well, you're on that, on Tarkin's appearance here, a feature appearance at Morwell next Saturday. Very interested in where Morwell might play him. You know, they're going to use him as an on-board cat.
Nothing out of the bag just yet, boys. Nothing yet.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's secret, but actually I think this game is the most interesting game we've had in the league this year. Yeah, they're two sides that have improved. We had the opportunity to see both of them last week and they had really comprehensive victories. So it's perhaps a bit hard to judge too much in that. But they're on the improve. Their lineups are very good. They've both got new, very well-credentialed coaches, playing coaches, who are very good players, and I'm impressed by both Harmit Singh and Sean Mooney in the games at the weekend. Not that they had to do too much, but what they did was good, and you could see their control of the team plan on the ground. It's going to be really good. Bairnsdale have got a good side, and so does Morwell. Good mix of tools, younger guys, and that mid-range, mid-sized guys. Bairnsdale's midfield was absolutely superb last week. Not that, they were really tested that much and pressured that much, but you've got James Gibbs playing as a ruck rover as a bonus. Luke Dyer was fantastic, and they had 3 or 4 others running through the midfield who were good. Probably their forward system's not quite set up yet, despite Mark Selling's 8 goals. And just for this game, I think in the preparation, the development of their team systems, Morwell may just be a couple of weeks more advanced than Bairnsdale at this stage, and at home. The fact that they've got an ex-AFL player doesn't count much, as Matra found out a fortnight ago. But, I think Morwell just slightly, but there's none of my money going on this game.
Okay, speaking of money, there's obviously been a bit of money put out there by the Morwell Footy Club to attract these ex-AFL, so you're expecting a big gate and a big day there, obviously, Choco.
Yeah, look, a big gate would be fantastic. Big canteen, big bar. That's what that's why we come on a Saturday to hopefully all them things. I know Brendan will be hoping all those things happen. Look, Tarkin, as well as obviously what he brings on the field, we think he brings a fair bit to the club off the field as well. He had a chat to the Auskick kids tonight. I don't think any of them knew who he was, but he had a chat to him, and he's a really approachable guy and good one to have involved in the club. Look, he'll don't know where he'll play. I'm the last one to get told all that sort of stuff. But Bairnsdale's been our bogey side. I don't think we've beaten them since they've been back in the league. So last year we had a draw and they beat us by 4 points here, I think it was. So look, we're got to bring our A game. It'll be our biggest test to date. I think hopefully both sides should figure in finals. But look, it's going to be a big test. Gibbs always tears us a new one. So hopefully Harmit's got a plan there. As well as Dyer and Sellings are playing well, so it's going to be a good game.
On your coach Harmit Singh, who I did meet during the finals last year, and saw him play last Thursday. And the feeling around the club's a real buzz, and he seems to have brought a lot to the club with. Be it fresh ideas, enthusiasm, knowledge, or what, but the whole club seems to have got a bit of a boost out of his appointment. Yeah, look, he's that sort of guy that comes in and he lives and breathes footy. He as we know, works for Collingwood, so he's there.
We won't hold that against him. But
no, that's all right, that's good. 10, 12 hours a day down there, and then he comes up here, and it's just good to have someone that lives and breathes footy every day. And The ideas he brings to the club in terms of, he helps out with sponsorship, marketing and all that sort of stuff, newsletters, everything, whatever you need done, he's happy to help out. Don't know whether Eddie knows he does all the stuff that he does at Collingwood, but he's been really good, and we've got a good group around him too, of support coaches.
So you've gone for a good senior coach, and then you put Scud Darryl Curling in as the reserves. What's going on there?
Well, if they didn't get the chocolates on Thursday, we would have been having another press conference to release him, I think. But they ended up getting the chocolates. The pressure was on, and the reserves got a win, which was good.
Okay, no worries. He's a great clubman, Scud, so well done, mate. Well, look, I hear Brendan's actually ordered 2 extra cash registers for Saturday's game,
reckon,
so he must be expecting a big day.
He's expecting something, Brendan. He's pretty keen with Tarks playing, so hopefully Bairnsdale bring a few people down with him and we can get a bit of local support and get this thing going off pretty well.
So we've had to drag you off the track, so they're all moving well out there, mate?
Everyone's looking good. Everyone's, I think Julian Blackford's back from injuries, looking pretty good, and a couple of blokes are back from offshore, so everyone should be up and going this week, I reckon.
And how's Lockie Dowling going?
Yeah, I was seeing him on Sunday, had a few beers with him, he's doing all right.
And I see Daniel Hutchison, he bagged 8 last Thursday.
Oh, he would have told you about
training,
it. Yeah, he's going away for 2 weeks of work.
Oh, right. I never knew a Hutchison worked.
No,
anyway.
He's going on for a bit of high altitude training, so he should be back fitter than ever.
Okay. So obviously Morwell's a tip for you, though.
Of course.
Definitely. Okay. And what are you? You're down. You're up in Queensland most of the time.
Yeah, I'm in this year. I'll be working week on, week off in Queensland. So.
All right. So you playing this week?
Nah, not this
week.
week.
You got to go back.
Go back.
Oh, what a pity.
Yeah.
Well, whilst we got you, the netball again. Like this is going to be very interesting because I think Bairnsdale, whilst they've only had 1 win, they've actually been playing very well, and Morwell a second with 2 wins. So
yeah. Well,
it's 2 and a draw.
Morwell seniors. B and C haven't lost a game this year, so it's going to be more all around this week, I think.
More all around.
Yep.
Okay, no worries. Well, look, just like to thank the big cat, Choco, and Keith for being here this week. So all roads lead to Gippsland League games, but if you're local in Morwell, make sure you get down here and watch Morwell host Bairnsdale. You can see Tark and Lockyer, and as I said, Brendan Blackshaw's grabbed 2 extra cash registers there because he's expecting a huge day.
Yeah, they're coming to watch the netball, Chris.
Oh, and the netball. Sorry, we apologise for not having an official netball tipster here, but I think the big cat's filled in very well.
I think
Thanks
so.
very much.